Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to talk about something called custom instructions for ChatGPT, and I want to make 3 points clear that this is currently not available in United Kingdom and European Union. And the second part is this is only available to ChatGPT Plus users. So if you are a free version of user, you have to wait a little longer before this features is available to you. So let's look at what basically this plugin is. So what custom instructions enable you to do is we always tell ChatGPT explain this to a 4-year-old, or I'm a pro software engineer who codes in Python. This is my problem, give me a solution. So most of them you know prompt engineering, where you mention who you are and what you are expecting from ChatGPT, and who you are is the constant. And currently the pain is you have to ask it every time. It does not remember the context who you are. Every time you clean up your chat history, or every time you reconnect and the conversation has ended and you start a new conversation, so it does not remember who you are. So let's look at this example where we ask a prompt, what would be the important things to teach to the moon? So this is the response you would get. But if you actually write this, that I work on science education programs for third grade students, and when discussing the potential solutions to work related items, present the information in a table format, pros and cons. So it will give you this. Similarly, if you are an engineer, I code in Golang, and you can also say, do not explain the code for me, just the bias towards the most efficient solution. So it remembers every time you ask this, and this is the response you would get. And similarly, there are other queries that I live in North Carolina with whatever your family is. And when planning meals, considering I need to cater to a family of 6, ensure recipe recommendations are suitable for larger groups and mail options can easily be scaled up. So whatever your customization is, you can do that and it will give you this. If you don't ask it, it will generally give you this. So the idea here is if you are a teacher, or if you are a content creator, or if you are a programmer using ChatGPT to get past your solution, custom instructions enable ChatGPT to remember who you are and eliminates the need for you to mention every time in a new window to mention who you are. It is like the memory for ChatGPT to know, hey, this is the background of the consumer who is querying me. I need to tailor responses and give him responses back. So I'll show you how to enable this one. So let's go to settings. Go to beta features. In beta features, you enable custom instructions, and after you do that, click on triple dots. You have custom instructions. So I mentioned I'm a software developer and solely use Python, and also I mentioned along with code provide me unit test cases. So let me ask, write a code for me to sum 3 numbers, or let's ask anything. So write okay, so to sum 3 numbers. So if you give that to sum 3 input numbers, so it should give us the code as well as the input numbers. So after this, let's scale up the complexity. So yeah, it gave you the number, and here's a unit test for you. So I didn't mention what language I want the code in. I didn't mention what else I wanted it in. So it gave you that. And even though I didn't ask, it is also giving me the video script by default. So whatever your potential use cases are, you can do that, and you can tailor your responses accordingly. So that's the advantage of this. And after this, let's probably ask, write a program for n queens. I think if you have if you know the chess problem or backtracking n queens is a very popular problem. So I'm just asking it, write a program for n queens. And yeah, it should give me the n queens problem, which is a chessboard problem. It is giving the code, and here's the backtracking concept of backtracking, and here's the program to solve it. And we should also get a code along with a YouTube script. Cool. So I now need to ask create. So create a YouTube video for Gen AI weekly news. So let's see what it's gonna do. I am a potential script writer. Yeah, it's coming up with some script, news 1, news 2, and whatever it's there, right? So it's basically some stuff. It's giving up the news, and it's giving you a script. You can just use it to create content. So how does it know what it needs to do? We listed in the custom instructions, provide me engaging scripts for YouTube, and that's basically it. And one more thing I wanted to mention is, so you can have this number up to 1500 characters. Similarly here 1500 words. So it can be anything. I don't know how what all your use cases are, because everybody uses ChatGPT differently. You can list your use cases, and you can expect a really engaging outcome. And this really eliminates the need to mention every time who you are, what you are trying to do, and what's the outcome ChatGPT needs. So that's the intention of what it has, and you have access to this link to try it out. If you don't have ChatGPT plugins, I guess you have to try with this initially, and eventually if you are a free user, this is coming to you. Code interpreter will be coming to you soon. I am not sure when it's going to happen in Europe or United Kingdom. So I hope this helps. Thank you for joining.